Hey guys, small disclaimer before we actually get into the video. I just want to let you guys know this is going to be a two-part video. I did not know that at the time that I was recording. I actually just sat down in front of the camera and started talking, and I didn't realize how long the video was until I went to edit it, and I realized that this video was about to be over 25 minutes long, and I knew nobody wanted to sit down and watch that, so I'm going to break it up into two parts. Part 1 will have half of the acronyms and part 2 will have the other half. Just wanted to let you guys know so when the video stops abruptly, you don't think like, what the hell? Like, Tahj, where are the rest of our acronyms? No guys, there's going to be a part 2, I promise. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tahj. Welcome back to my channel for any of my loyal viewers, and hello, how you doing? To any new viewers, if you just happen to come across this video, I'm gonna need you to like this video, I'm gonna need you to comment down below, and most importantly, I'm gonna need you to hit that red subscribe button. Okay, I wore red, got my LAX on, got red on just so that you remember. Okay, now all jokes aside, as you guys can probably tell by the title, this is going to be a Army Wife 101 video. Now I really apologize to anybody that came across my first pros and cons of how to be an Army Wife video and we're looking for, you know, more Army Wife related videos and didn't find any. I realized that I kind of left y'all hanging, so I really do apologize. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm making up for it now with this one-on-one video. Okay, so also by the title you guys can see this is going to be about Army slang. Small disclaimer, if you didn't watch my first video, I am an Army wife, meaning I cannot speak for any other branch other than Army. So the slang or acronyms you guys are about to hear may be different from branch to branch. They may be the same. Again, I don't know. That is, I just don't know. So if you're looking for, you know, Marine or Navy slang, this is probably not the video for you, just because I don't know if the acronyms are the same. But if you're about to be an Army wife, you just became an Army wife, girl, stay here. This is for you. I'm not just going to exclude the guys. I'm going to start saying Army spouses, because I know there be some, you know, Army husbands out there. I got love for you too. I'm about to look out for you. So what today's video is going to be about is going to be about the main Army acronyms that you're going to hear. Now I'm making this video because when I was a new Army wife, I did not know shit. Nobody told me shit. I had to like learn this all on my own, and it was kind of hard. It would have been nice to, you know, have somebody that understood, that knew, or whatever. So that's what I'm here for. I'm looking out for y'all. Alright? But these Army acronyms, we're going to hear majority of them on a day-to-day basis. And it's just gonna, if you know what they stand for, know what they mean, it's just gonna help you communicate better with your soldier, spouse, and it's gonna help you understand a little bit more about the Army, and it's gonna make you sound like you know what the hell you're talking about when you out there with them other catty ass Army wives. Yes, y'all, it is just like the movies, it's just like the show. Some of these wives, it's like high school all over again. But it's all good because I got y'all. I'm about to teach y'all these slang, and you know, you're about to be hip, just so you know when you go out there and you're having a conversation with one of your spouses higher ups. Higher up means someone above rank than he is. You know, as they're talking, you be like, oh, I know, Tahj told me what that means. Oh, okay, I know what y'all talking about. You get what I'm saying? I got y'all. We here. Nah, so I have quite a few. I'm going to be reading them off of my phone. If you guys see me looking down to what I'm looking at. So how I made my list is I tried to first start off with the one, I tried to order them, like the order in which you guys would hear them, and then as I was reading off my list to my husband to making sure I didn't forget any of the big ones, he was like, oh babe, what about that? Oh babe, what about that? So towards the end, I was just like, oh, I got that. so it just rambles on in the end. But these are the ones I feel like are most important. To be honest, these are probably the only ones that I know. So I'm sharing my knowledge from one army wife to another. So y'all ready? We're gonna jump right into it. So the first one is BCT. Now BCT stands for Basic Combat Training. Real simple, point blank. If your soldier just left, or if your soldier's been in for a while, guess what? He went to basic training. That's like the boot camp you guys see on TV. That's it. That's special. So after BCT, your soldier's going to go to AIT. AIT stands for Advanced Individual Training. That's pretty much just a separate school after basic boot camp that is going to help your soldier in whatever job, aka MOS, we're gonna get to that one, that he chooses. So for example, if your spouse is a 92 Golf, 92G, aka a cook, their AIT is gonna be pretty much cooking school. So it's just whatever job they picked, that's where they're gonna finally get that hands-on training for that job. Basic training is just what it is, basic training. So MOS stands for Military Occupational Specialty. Fancy words for job. That's what it is. Just like I explained, 92 Golf, that's an MOS. What does that mean? Cook. Simple. Okay, PCS. Permanent Change of Station. I mentioned this one in my first video, but if for those of you who haven't come across that, you might want to go watch that. Pros and cons of being an army wife. But what PCS means, in other words, move. Every 3 years, if your soldiers stay in, more than likely, you guys are going to PCS, which means you're going to move. For those of you that do not know, I live here in Hawaii. Yay. And me and my husband, we PCS'd here from North Carolina. So, yeah. But I'm not from North Carolina. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So, let's get that out the way. Alright, what's next? Let me see. So after PCS, COLA. COLA is cost of living allowance. Pretty much that's, you only hear or get COLA, which is a form of, it's money, it's a type of money. You get COLA if you're overseas. So technically Hawaii counts as an overseas duty station. So my husband and I, we get COLA. COLA fluctuates. It's not like a set amount. Like I can't say you'll get $200 every month. It changes with the cost of living. So here in Hawaii, COLA could be $400 one month, $200 the next month. As the cost of living wherever you are fluctuates, COLA is going to fluctuate. That's it. It's just a little compensation because Hawaii is expensive as shit, and the Army knows that, so they kind of try to compensate us. Alright, what's next? Moving right along. BAH. Also talked about this in my first video. Basic allowance for housing. So if you and your spouse choose not to live on post, aka on base, you will get what is called BAH. BAH is extra pay on top of your spouse's base pay, which is their regular paycheck. And that goes, what they expect it to go to is like your rent, your utilities, if you decide to not live on base. If you live on base, you just don't get any BAH. So you don't necessarily pay rent, but you do pay rent because you don't get your BAH. You get, if that makes sense. You guys understand where I'm going with that. So BAH is for if you live off base. My husband and I, we live off base. We rent a house off base, so we get BAH. BAH is different in every state, at every duty station. Like I said, y'all, Hawaii is expensive as shit, so BAH is about $3,000 for my husband's rank. It also goes by how many dependents you have. Me and my husband, we do not have any children yet, so it's just us two. So it's not as much as someone with 4 kids and a higher rank, because it does also go by rank. So the higher rank you are, the more dependent, the more BAH, because they know, obviously, you need a bigger house. Moving on. BAS. Basic allowance for sustenance. So I just found out that that means like for food. So for example, if your husband's going away for training or anything, or he's getting deployed, she's getting deployed overseas for more than 30 days, they will get BAS, which is pretty much, that's supposed to compensate for like their food and blah blah blah. That's pretty much what it is. Where was I? Okay, so ERB. enlisted record brief. So your soldier has an ERB, and pretty much what that is it's like their resume and their transcript all combined in one. It's a record of all of their military accomplishments. So if your husband or wife has ever changed jobs, that will be on there. Any awards they got, that will be on there. So just think of it as a big resume and a transcript all combined in one. That's what an ERB is. ORB is an officer record brief. Exact same thing, just for officers. Now there's lower enlisted, junior non-commissioned officers, and then there's non-commissioned officers. So that's how they distinguish them. So if your husband or wife just got in, you don't have to worry about that one. I don't even have to worry about that one yet. Okay, where was I? Okay, LES. So that stands for Leave and Earnings Statement. LES, pretty much think of it as your spouse's pay stub. They log on online. I will tell you what they log on to in just a second, and that is where they can find their LES. You'll, like, for example, if you're moving off base, instead of your spouse giving them pay stubs, they give them a copy of their LES. It just tells them, breaks down how much they make, blah, blah, blah. That's where your spouse goes to check if there's any money missing from their check or something doesn't seem right. Check your LES. Point blank, period. Okay, ETS. From what I read, it can mean two things. The first one is estimated time served or estimated time of separation. So the way we speak about ETS, like on a regular basis, it's pretty much the day that your spouse is separated from the Army. So for example, my husband's ETS date is October 2018. So whenever you enlist, for however many years, let's say you enlist for a 3-year contract, that third year, whatever date is on your military ID, both your spouse and yours, because you do get a military ID. You don't get the same one. You get a dependent ID. I wish I had mine on hand, but I don't. But there's the expiration date on the back. Your expiration date on your ID is your spouse's ETS date. If anybody ever asks and you don't know, just whip out your military ID. So if your spouse re-enlists, which means they add another contract, they get a new ETS date, which means you have to get a new ID. So your expiration date, whatever. Next is AKO. AKO stands for Army Knowledge Online. That's what I was telling you guys about, what the soldier logs on to. It's pretty much a website where they can find all their Army related crap. I don't exactly know what's on there, but I know, like, if they're getting orders to a new duty station, it'll appear on there first before they get, like, the hard copy orders. That's how it happened for us coming to Hawaii. My husband knew we were coming to Hawaii long before they actually gave us the physical paper saying that we were coming